What's up, everybody? A lot of shit that has been going on since the last time I shot a video a couple of months ago. I think the Yvette Carnell, Boyce Watkins debate was all the rage. You know, the last time I shot a video, but I just want to recap on some things that have been happening lately and give y'all my take on what's happening for what it's worth. Okay. First off, I'm gonna talk about, and this is gonna be a short video. First, I'm gonna talk about Donald Trump, president of the United States. Well, a lot of people, are talking about, I hope he gets impeached. Is he gonna get impeached? Will he get impeached? Tell you the truth, the way I look at it, I hope that motherfucker stay in office for 8 years. I want things to get really, really, really fucked up before he leaves office. I mean, I want the economy to tank. I want the police departments across this country to totally run amok. I want us ass deep in war. I want this whole country to be all fucked up, and I want it to be totally his fault. That way, white folks can see the damage that they've done, and they can feel the damage that they've done, and they won't think that we're making it all up, among other things. That's number one. Number two, as far as black people go and my people go in this country, listen, we ain't hit rock bottom yet, but we gonna hit rock bottom because we too busy fighting among each other. I mean, I listen to a lot of Facebook Live videos and a lot of YouTube videos, and everybody is debunking and contradicting and throwing each other under the fucking bus. Listen, man, if you listen to them motherfuckers, and I'm talking about black people now, if you listen to them, we already defeated. We're already a lost race of people in this country. We're already fucked. Having Donald Trump in the White House is going to cause us to come to some really sad realizations. And until we hit rock bottom, and until we can't go no further down, until we are at the absolute bottom of the social structure and the social ladder in this country, we're gonna still be fighting among each other and trying to get crumbs off the white man's table. Well, look, he ain't got no motherfucking crumbs. It ain't gonna happen. I want all that motherfucking vitriol that we shooting back and forth to come to a fucking head. And so everybody can get it all out. You know what I mean? You got some well-intentioned people out there trying to give us some direction, but then you got some clown will come along and call themselves debunking everything that the intellectuals said. No respect for the elders, no respect for educated people, even when you can see the problem right in front of you. People want to wear blinders and act like there's not really a problem and that we doing it all to ourselves. And I'm talking about black people now. So there's that. What else? White people gonna be white people gonna be white people. Don't be looking for no sympathy from them because it ain't gonna come. I mean, your average everyday white person doesn't even realize his own white privilege. Just like asking a fish if he's aware of the water that he's swimming in. So don't be looking for any sympathy from them. It ain't gonna come. You just be wasting your time. They're gonna stay that way. They're gonna stay racist and they're gonna stay oblivious to their white privilege. They're gonna be totally oblivious to it. They ain't even gonna know. So it's a waste of time trying to point it out to them. What else? Yeah, we're going to war. I don't think we're going to war with Korea. I don't think we're going to war with Korea, but I do know that every time we have a Republican president, we get a big war. Democrats, they favor smaller wars, but it's still war by any other name. Barack Obama, some people say he took 2 wars and made it into 7 wars, yeah, but he was just as much of a warmonger as George W. Bush, except that he was a little bit nicer with his delivery. But all you got to do is ask the Libyans if they think Barack Obama is a warmonger. The Democrats are just as bad as the Republicans with that shit. They all want that big military. They all want that military industrial complex fed. Let's see, what else? Education system in this country is gonna suck until they figure out a way to fund education different from the way they fund it now. Most communities fund their education with property taxes. And if there's no valuable property in your area, well, the school in your area is gonna suck. And people are gonna wanna bust their kids out of that school over to the good school. And the administrators and teachers in the good school, they ain't gonna want to try to teach the kids from the poorer neighborhoods because they got a preconceived notion about it. Even if they've never been to a so-called Title I school, they already got their mind made up about what type of kids go to school there. As if there are no bad kids in their school. So education's gonna stay fucked up until we figure out a different way to fund education and a different way to try to teach children. And all that shit gotta come from the top, I feel. Let's see. What else? We still frying our hair too much. We still getting too fat and by we I mean black people. We still frying our hair too much. We still getting too fat and eating bad food, and high blood pressure and heart disease is still killing us at an alarming rate. And it's gonna do that until we change our culture and change our way of life, really, and our way of living and our way of looking at things. And that's going to be an awfully big change. Because like I said before, every time somebody black come along with a good idea and a good philosophy to help black people, you get some coon come along and call themselves debunking it and saying it's bullshit, while at the same time offering no solutions themselves. So that, in a nutshell, is the way I'm feeling right now. This new school year's starting back up down here in Florida, and so I'm gonna be uploading more videos and pushing my channel a little harder. But overall, that's what I think is happening. We're in a sad, sick, sorry state of affairs, people. And it ain't gonna get no better until we get our heads out of our collective asses. We meaning black people, because that's all I really care about. Anyway, TC, and I'm out.